Hey, hello and welcome to the show. My name is Chase from Hammerano Culture Unlimited, and today, well, I'm not rocking a football jersey, but I am rocking a new and improved beard. I know it's not the greatest beard in the world, and usually my gimmick is the mustache, but for now, I'm just trying something new. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to get a wee bit suspicious. Is David Moyes blackmailing the West Ham United board? Does Moyes have incriminating evidence on the West Ham higher-ups? If not, how does David Moyes still have a job at West Ham United? Yes, given what he has achieved at the club in recent seasons, I guess he does deserve some goodwill and I guess some time to turn things around. But how much time is too much time? Only by goal difference are the Hammers outside of the relegation zone. Only goal difference is keeping the West Ham above the bottom three. And it goes without saying, that is not good enough. Stick around as I try and make sense of it all in today's episode of Hammerano Culture Unlimited. It's time for some real talk. It's time to call a spade a spade. West Ham United this season are underperforming, embarrassingly so. And my biggest concern about this is the board don't seem to care. It's like they're not bothered. They aren't fazed at all. West Ham's last victory in the Premier League, their last win in the league, was on the 24th of October, and that was against Bournemouth. And yes, there has been a World Cup since then, but still, recent defeats to Palace, Leicester and Brentford, paired with a draw against Leeds United, is not good enough. Given this poor run of form, it seems as if the West Ham board are sticking with David Moyes. Now, if I'm being honest with you, I will never lie to you. I've always been a David Moyes fan. Even back at his time at Everton, I loved the dude. However, recent performances have really soured me on the great Scot. So, if West Ham are to stick with David Moyes for the rest of the season, it's only obvious that some changes need to be made. Saeed Ben Rama needs to be the first name on the starting lineup. It's obvious, it's plain to see, everyone can see it. The only person who does not see it is David Moyes. And for some reason, this reminds me of Jonah J. Jameson and Spider-Man, or Michael Scott and Toby. But for some reason, Moyes is not the biggest fan of Ben Rama. Ben Rama needs to be in the starting lineup. We cannot afford to bring him on later on in the game. We need to start strong, get the goals, get the wins, and we cannot wait until there's about 75 minutes on the clock and then bring on Ben Rama. We need to start strong. And the way you start strong is by playing your best 11, and it's clear to see that Saeed Ben Rama is in that best starting 11. Change number 2, Thomas Soucek needs to be put on the transfer list. Now, I feel kind of guilty about this because Soucek has become somewhat of a cult hero at West Ham. Unfortunately, this season, he's the shadow of his past player. I can't remember such a dip in form in such a top player. Soucek, I love you, I'm sorry, but for now, we have to vote you off the island. Change number 3, Thilo Kehrer is not coping in the Premier League and he needs to be dropped. Look, it's obvious Kehrer is a quality player. I mean, gosh, he's a German international. But if you look back at Germany's World Cup run, it seems as if the Mannschaft are in a transitional phase right now, and these Germans aren't the global giants they were in international football. Yes, Bayern's still super strong. Yes, Dortmund is still strong. But as a collective unit, the German national team is not what they once were. And again, that was super obvious in the World Cup. I don't know what Kehrer's issue is, but when something goes wrong, he's not far from the crime scene. And lastly, Lucas Fabianski. Look, I'm well aware, goalkeepers have a longer shelf life than other players. But at 37, I feel Lucas Fabianski is past his prime. Yes, Fabianski still has a great save in him, but just all round I feel he's a bit off the pace and he's starting to concede a lot of soft goals which should be saved. Also, I'm aware time of recording Alphonse Areola is carrying a knock, but as soon as Alphonse Areola is fit again, he needs to be the number 1 goalkeeper. So, in summary, if West Ham are to stick with David Moyes, I believe these 4 changes are a priority. While I'm complaining and having a good old-fashioned moan, there's 4 other things I'd also like to see fixed and turned around at West Ham. Why can't West Ham score from corners anymore? A few seasons back, West Ham was such a major threat from a set piece, but now we never ever score from corners. Why are West Ham's passes so poor? It feels as if they cannot string more than 6 passes together before an interception or a soft tackle. And thirdly, and this is similar to our first point, why are all our crosses being caught by the opposition goalkeepers? Almost every cross West Ham put in the box, it's greeted by the opposition goalkeeper. I haven't seen a headed goal from a cross in ages. Here's the deal. After 2 consecutive top 7 finishes in the Premier League, us West Ham fans, we've become accustomed to a certain level of success and quality at West Ham United. And this season, we are not seeing that quality, and we sure as heck ain't getting any of the success. Yes, the Hammers are excelling in Europe, but the Premier League is our bread and butter, and the Premier League is where you need to perform week in and week out. What do you think needs to change at West Ham? What should West Ham do? Do they need to replace the manager? Or if they do stick with Moyes, what change do you think needs to be made? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really does help the channel out. And if you haven't yet, why not subscribe to our Hammerano Culture Unlimited. My name is Chase, and until next time, come on, you Irons.